Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Hope everyone is doing well today. Sun is shining. The air is, I don't know, is it crisp?
It's nice.
It's not too bad. You can tell it's been a while since I went outside. Darlene just went over next door for, to get all this stuff we're going to show you. So, who's ready? Who is ready for some fun new stuff? We have twice the fun because we didn't do last week. So we've got lots of good stuff to show you. And if you have been stalking the new arrivals section on our website, then you may already know what some of this stuff is. But I actually have a secret as well that we're going to share. Well, actually, two secrets that we're going to open up and share all the news. Excuse me. So who's ready to get started? You want to see some new stuff? What do you think? Is it going to be Halloween or is it going to be Christmas? Do we know? Maybe both. We'll have to see. All right, I'm going to switch my camera here. 1, 2, 3. There we go. There's our desktop, and I am going to start off with Sizzix. Any questions already?
Not yet.
Just hellos. How is everyone doing? All right, let's make sure I have this in the right chronological order. Sorry, I need a little sip of water for a second.
Lots of goodies to show.
I'm just too excited. The juices, the creative juices are flowing. So, our friend Mr. Tim has launched some new seasonal goodies that we are now allowed to share. We have, first and foremost, Halloween. If you are not familiar with kind of what Tim's been doing lately, he is embracing his Walt Disney spirit and bringing things back from the vault. So some of these things you may recognize. I know for a fact this is one that I already have in my stash, but it might not be something that you saw before. And I think the sizing is still the same as older ones. But look how fun this is. And I mean, I know I have this one because I made a card for my girlfriend who is a huge Stephen King fan, like myself. And I replaced the umbrella with a red balloon, which if you know anything about the story, that red balloon has, very deep, very scary meaning. So I made that with her. Then we've got the Haunted Mansion. Haunted House. It looks like a mansion to me, but Haunted House. We have leaf fragments, and I do know we've had this before, and it was quite popular at the time. So do check your stash first, but if you need a Tim Holtz fix, then we've got some good Halloween stuff here for you. This is an alphabet called alphanumeric cut out lower. So it's all lowercase and then some numbers.
But one thing to point out is that they do come with more than one, multiples of each letter.
That's a very good point. I don't know if we're going to, there we go. So you got like 5 A's and 7 E's. So that way you can cut multiple things at once. That makes a huge difference when you're cutting these guys. This guy we think is adorable. We've had different pumpkins in the past, but you could do the same technique where you could put glow in the dark paste in behind so that when you turn the lights out on this layered jack-o'-lantern, he can glow in the dark. And then we've got this witchy, it's called Witchcraft. I was going to call her Witchy Poo, but just the fun silhouettes. I mean, I love the silhouettes. You can create a gorgeous background, but then put that silhouette on there, make her look nice and antiqued, and have lots of fun there. So
lots of
that is Halloween. And then comes Christmas. Darlene's finding the discard pile because Simon, I don't know if you're watching, but he will have to put this all away tomorrow. All right, and then we have some Christmas. And these are once again from the vault, so they may look familiar to you. I'm going to put that one over there, and let's put the greenery with the moose here. So some great holiday, great Christmas stuff. I did just see on one of Sizzix channels. I was scrolling. It might have been Instagram that Pete Hughes is going to do a demo. And again, I think it's this one. It might be this one, but they're going to do a demo using some of these holiday items. I'm sorry, I just saw it in passing, didn't catch the date or anything, but go to Sizzix Instagram page or Facebook page. I'm sure it's posted there if you want some ideas and inspiration. So this one is called Simply Merry and Bright, and this one is called Christmas Ribbon. Then we have this little guy here, and this is called Mini Christmas Things. These ones would be perfect if you only have a Sidekick die cutting machine, or the Platinum Scout, which is the little mini Spellbinders machine. The largest die, let me find it here. The largest die is only 1 1/8 inches by 1 1/4 inches. So they're kind of tiny, which is perfect if you're going to the cottage or trying to do some die cutting in front of the TV. You don't have to worry about taking a big, huge machine.
And if you like the postage collage, those will fit nice in those
openings. There you go. Mix and match your brands. Put those in the postage collage as well. This one here is called Festive Things. You got the skate and the mugs and the mittens and the bell and the tree. These guys should actually go together. So we have Jolly Saint Nick. So this is the Tim Holtz Colorize. And sometimes these have a lot of pieces. This one, looking at the diagram, isn't quite so bad. It's at the front. Oh yeah, 11 dies. But if you want to know how best to assemble these, Sizzix does put videos up that takes you step by step how to cut it, what color to cut it out of, and help you find all the pieces. So make sure you do check out the Sizzix YouTube channel for that information. And then we've got the fireside. Does that not look totally warm and cozy? And it looks really great on that wood grain paper, or you could make your own wood grain with your ink and just make a beautiful festive scene. Then we have the snowflakes. This is called Scribbly Snowflakes. Lots of great options if you're just adding to those scenes. Tim Holtz's greenery is always very popular. This is called Holiday Greens Mini. Sorry.
It's a really cute set with a little bit of red stickles. You could do
so much stuff. Yeah. So again, the largest die is 3 inches by 1 5/8 inches. So that's probably one of these big guys over here, but a really good staple to have in your stash. And then
he's cute.
So Canadian. He needs a little maple leaf on him. We need a Dudley Do-Right.
Yes.
Tim Holtz style, but you've got that kind of that spiky tree, and you've got this adorable mouse, and it's mouse.
I guess we were talking about mouse.
We were talking about mice earlier, both computer mice and real mice. And die cut mice. But this is a moose. It's not a mouse. It's a moose. Canadian moose, eh? And his name is Merry Moose. So you can have lots of fun with him. So that is our latest releases from Tim Holtz, both Halloween and Christmas. And then, we can't do a Sizzix show and tell without showing off things from my friend Janine at 49 and Market. So we did restock on this one here. This is one of her Snap and Swap dies. It is the file folder one. Is that what it's called? Where's the names on these? Oh, yeah, Snap and Swap file folders. So this one we had before. It's just now back in stock. And then we've got some new Christmas stuff. Well, this one can be used all year round. This is just a Thinlits die that is called a Laced Folio. So it's got, the lacy bits. It's got a little pocket that you can put inside. And this would be a fun little gift item, especially if you were giving a teacher's gift or something. Put a little notepad in there or a gift card and have lots of fun with that. Then we have, while we were talking about Snap and Swap, a new holiday Snap and Swap. And this one is called Merry Christmas. And I haven't had a chance to play with it myself, but let me hold this picture up as close as I can. You get the frame as your main die. And then there are 2 different spots where you can snap and swap out elements. So you can have the string of lights, or you can have the Merry Christmas, or you can have the and a Happy New Year, or you can have this greenery, but they all snap and swap. So you can really customize and make it your own. And so you've got all kinds of ideas and you can have lots of fun with that. So that is the Merry Christmas Snap and Swap. And then Janine has some other fun holiday items as well. So that was the only new Snap and Swap, but she's got these guys. These are called the Simply Baubles. Very much in the 49 market kind of vintage ornament type things. Would these go with Vicky's line?
I think so. I think she mentioned that.
So these are very similar to the baubles that are on Vicky's Mistletoe and Memories collection. Darlene's just going to go see if she can grab a piece of paper. Then we have this one, which I think is going to be very popular. It's got some great little postage elements as well. So this is actually both of them. This is 19 stamps and 11 dies. She has packed these full of goodies. This one is 27 stamps and 11 dies. I mean, do you need more than one set? Well, we might need more than one set, but they're going to be lots of fun and lots of good stuff in here. So 27 stamps, 11 dies in these postage configurations. Save this guy to the last because he's my favorite. And then there's this one here that is called Trees and Trinkets. So you've got your trees in the fun little crate. You've got gifts. And again, 17 stamps and 15 dies. That Janine knows how to pack an envelope. There is so much stuff in here you are going to be creating for days. And then last but not least, and if you watched her video on her new inks, she used this little guy. This is the Journey Home. I call it the Herbie stamp. Herbie the Love Bug, and that, yes, totally dating myself. My mom had a beetle, and I loved tootling around with it. So I think this is going to be a really special stamp that I use to make a card for her. 8 stamps and 2 dies, so you'll be able to cut out your stamped image. You can watercolor with her new inks, and then you could take one of the trees and put it on top so it's being carried on these roof racks, or the presents. Definitely you can mix and match with these different elements. So lots of fun holiday stuff from Sizzix, both Tim Holtz and Janine from 49 Market. And that is it for that basket. Next up, Darlene is going to take us through the brand new, most recent release of Elizabeth Craft.
So before we go to the new release, this is just one of our favorites that we brought in, also being used for one of Deanna's classes. If you like the postage collage, what I like about it is that it comes with different sizes. And it gives you 3 different layers. You can do matting. So each one, there's 4 stamp sizes here, postage collage sizes. And it has 2 frames for each one. So you can mix and match, but great versatility for your stash. And the newest stash. So I really like this stash. It's Esther's newest release. But what I like about it, it focuses on the planner, the A5 size, which is what I like to work on. So let's start off with book number 9. I can't believe she's on book number 9 now. So we are on book number 9. It has nice light colors, well, teals. I think the main, if you don't know about her books, is that each book has a color theme. And this one looks like it's teals and pinks. So very, very nice. I don't think we've opened one yet, right? For our sample.
No, we haven't. No.
Well, I guess this will be our store sample. Make sure we take it out. Give me a second.
You got it?
Yeah. It's very nice. We like to have a store sample here. So if you're in the store, you can flip through. If you're new to the Reminiscence books, there are 2 different weights. She has a lightweight at the beginning of the book, and then she goes into a heavier weight towards the back of the book. But they're the same pattern. So look how beautiful these images are. So they're garden related. There's birds. I love the script. She's added some photos in there. So this is Esther's line, but love the colors. You could use it for anything. I like the light weighted papers to do the memory planner box. You can decorate them. And then at the back side, it's the same pattern, but in a heavier weight, more of a cardstock weight. And look at those. It's
nice to have the versatility, whichever project you're doing.
Yeah, it's a lot of cut aparts. And look, faces. More faces. It reminds me of Tim Holtz's faces.
Yes, Tim Holtz had the people as well.
Yeah, so love it. So we have that. And let's go. So these are some stamps and dies. This is called Celebration. And this is a stamp and die set. So the die set is a little girl with the birthday cake, but these ones are any day planner. So it's your it's your day. Celebrate birthday. Let's party. It's a good day. There's numbers here. I love this little tag. So it goes who, when, where, and celebrating. Status update. So this is a more of a celebration, a birthday celebration stamp and die set. We have this one here called Wildflower. So with
Sorry, did you show the die?
Yes, I did. This Wildflower one is just a stamp set for this one here. So you have like the definition for garden. One person's need is another person's will wildflower. Never stop growing. Let love grow. So, and we have all these little bugs here. So what a great, if you're doing a garden journal, or, you know, if you're doing some gardening and you're memory keeping on those, there's all these nice stamp sets. I like this receipt here too, because, you know, we always keep receipts for when we buy our garden stuff. So, because
it's a great little place just to put like some very basic journaling as well.
And I think some garden center still does it that if it dies like the next day, you can bring it back with a receipt. So nice to have those info. This one is also just a stamp set. It's called Best Kind of Day. I think this was one of my favorites. Some verses here are always look for the rainbows, a fraction of life documented. Summer, the best kind of days. You're blooming wonderful. To plant a garden is to believe in tomorrow. You have your standard 7 days of the week here stamp. There's a little photo ticket. Live a good story. Stay hungry, stay foolish. Interesting. That's a stamp set. If you love stamps, here is more stamps. I know she's done a fair bit of this one. This is postage stamp number 3. So there has been 2 other ones, and they're just random stamping. And you can use them for, you know, backgrounds or added dimension to your pages, your layouts. But I also like it for my waffle flower postage collage because it just gives an extra element. And I'm one person that loves to mix my things and mix my companies. And here's just a plain one. So you can add some of, you know, your own icons or stamp the butterfly inside and make your own little stamp.
Or stuff from that Tim Holtz stamp set.
Yes. And here is an About Me, also just a stamp set. I love that little notepad, that turned on. Someone in her group actually said, I have to figure out which die set it is, but there is a die that she came up with, I think many releases ago, that actually cuts this notepad. So once I find that out, I'll post it so in the product description so you know. But this does have a die in a few releases ago. And some of these ones here, edit, there's a definition, someone special, notes to my younger self, important life events, family tree, born here, our house, my favorite, here and now, random facts. So lots of nice words that you can use in your like daily planner, your memory, your scrapbook, your A5 planner. But
I like this one, retirement plans and dreams.
There you go. Or love of my life. And they've also included some like basics, like my parents, parenthood, my school, the story. So even if you're going back and documenting past things, there is some highlights that you could do there.
Doing more of a heritage out.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Yeah.
And then we go into the dies. Here is called the TN folder. This creates a nice side pocket. Creates 2. So there's one here, and then there's an added element where you can decorative. So she has that second piece as a different pattern paper, but knowing me, I could create another pocket with that one. So this is the TN folder. It has this nice decorative, it looks floral to me. It creates this pattern here. What would you call it? The
collection is called Botanical Blends.
Yeah.
So it likely is
flowers, right?
Almost like a lattice.
Type flower, but really cool. And then we have this one here called the photo frame inlay. These create photo frames, and what she's done with these little tabs, they are numbered. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 0, 9 and then 0. And then you have this really cute scalloped border that you can add as a fringe to your pages or even use as a divider.
And do these fit in there? I feel like I saw that these fit inside.
Oh, in here, yes.
In the little windows.
Yes.
So these would work together.
So whether you're using your plain photos or using the postage collage to have some elements here, this cuts the frame and this cuts the inside. So if you're just picking random cardstock or pattern paper, you can use this and cut it out to fill those empty spots as well. So different ways to use it. Here's a little close-up. She's used real photos as well as her Reminiscences Book 9, or just stamping out some butterflies. I like how they have samples at the back. This is page with large tab 2. And what she's done is with the planner sets, the originals had really small tabs. Now she's gone to big tabs. So let me start with number 1. Number 1 serves as the top part. If you flip the page die upside down, you'll get the bottom part. With this set here, you get that page, the base page, as well as these words that have multiple letters. So favorite, photo, loving, story, relax, you, snapshot. And most likely, I don't think you'll have every letter, but you may be able to form other words using some of the letters here. And then you have that nice quill pen there, that point pen. So this is number 1. Tab number 2 gives you that middle piece here. And with tab number 2, she also has these little tabs, these opening windows. Here's a better look. Oops. Not sure if you can see that. So it creates this little tab that she's connected with string to make it look like it's a hanging banner. Here is one where she just used it in the background. And just to show you those little elements here. Haven't played with this one here, because this one has a notch, so I think you can slide a photo in it. So this one I still have to play with and see what these openings do. Must create a notch because it has that notch here.
And then if you want the bottom tab, you would just do this one, but flip it upside down.
Yeah. This is pocket with flowers because, you know, we always need pockets, including flaps. This is a floral one. And this one is called, this one has a nice pocket with the floral. And here's the negative piece here. Some more words here, fun, happy, hello, and nature. And if you look, they are similar sizing to tab number 1. So you can create more words with more letters here. And here is a closer look. Not sure if you can see that. There. So it cuts out all these little pieces out. You could use the solid to do a solid, the solid piece to cut a solid piece of paper so it can show through the flower. So this is the pocket. And with the same pattern, she's created a border page with flower. So same idea is that you get that intricate flower look. You also can cut that edging for that solid piece to hide it underneath. That way it's not see-through. I thought having an acetate underneath would be nice so you could still see through underneath. But here's a closer look of that nice border page. It's different. Like that. Her flowers are really pretty. Or you can also do paper piecing with all the fallouts. That.
And it would be really fun for those flowers if you made a watercolor background.
Ooh, yes. I totally agree.
And that segue was definitely done on purpose. So really, really happy to be able to bring in some really fun watercolor products from Willow Wolf. If you have been following along, you know that we have a class with Willow Wolf. I'll talk about that in just a second. She is a Canadian watercolor artist and has taught many, many classes, including this girl. I did a class with her in Seattle. And so in order to support the class, and, you know, or if you don't want to take the class, but you still want to dabble in some watercolor, we've got some great items. So I've pulled out her two of her new painting workbooks. And guys, stunning. So these are a coil bound little notebook. And what you do is you open it up. Well, first of all, there is some tips and tricks. This one's actually, I believe it's her daughter that created this book. But you've got just some information and some how-to tips and tricks, how to swatch your colors, creating lights and darks, gives you a bit of an education. And then you've got a line drawing. So this is printed on really nice thick watercolor paper. And over on the left side, they give you kind of a diagram to help you choose colors, help you paint in the different areas, and just have a lot of fun. Now, what I might suggest is that because when you paint on here, then you got your instructions on the back. So maybe pick your favorite ones first Maybe take a quick picture with your phone. So if something happens that water does seep through, then you're okay. But man, these are absolutely stunning. And we know how much our community loves flowers. So I did focus on her 2 flower books. She does have, I believe, 1 other book that we can look to bring in if these go well. So there's that one here. That one is called Bold Florals. This one is called Blooms and Bouquets. So same idea. So there's Willow right there in her glamour shot, and some great tips and tricks. And then again, color swatch suggestions. You could absolutely do your own thing, but these are some great starting points, and just tons and tons of beautiful florals.
And the nice thing is, like, the step by step is right there.
Yeah.
Like, she made it easy.
She made it so easy for you. And so you've got some great options there. So those are her 2 watercolor books. But what are you going to paint with? What are you going to paint with? So we do have her 12 color paint tube set of watercolor paints. If you are taking her class, again, I'll talk about that in a second, but if you are taking her class, you will be getting the paints in your kit. So don't worry about buying extra unless you think you're going to absolutely fall in love with this and want lots of extra paint. We have 3 of her starter brush sets. So this one, do they have names on them? This is set number 1. So it's got your 4 different round brushes, from a really teeny tiny detailed one up to a number 8 round, which is more of your covering area kind of thing. We've got this one here. This is set number 2 that has a few more details, and they do not duplicate. So this is 0, 2, 6, and 8. This one is a liner, a 1 round, a 5 round. So these 2 kind of go in between over here. And then we've got a flat brush here. And then this is actually set number 6. So she does have a few other sets in between, but we thought we'd start with her 3 most popular ones. This one, again, has a number 3 round, so there's no duplications. We've got a 4 filbert, which is this guy, and the number 10 flat, and again, another liner one. So lots of great options for your brushes at pretty affordable prices, considering that these are, artist quality paint brushes. If you don't like the books and you just want to do your own thing, we have 2 different options of paper. So, of course, the large size, the 9 by 12. And then we've got this little teeny tiny one, which is A2 size. Well, let me come up a little bit. So if you just want to paint a panel to put right onto a card, don't want to worry about cutting, this little guy is for you. Really great quality hot press paper, and a really good place for you to start. So that is the new products from Willow Wolf. Let me just come over here and pop this up here. So the response so far to Willow's class has been amazing. We've got lots of people signed up for this class, which is taking place in October. But we still have room for more of you. So if you are interested in learning from Willow and learning some great entry-level watercolor techniques specifically for card making, then this is the class that you want to sign up for. We have partnered with our friends at Paper and Ink Boutique and at Creative Escape. And so the 3 of us have come together to host Willow for this class, which will be held on a Facebook, in a Facebook group. And I can't wait. I got to make sure I set aside a kit for myself, because when I took Willow's class, like, she's very talented. She is very zen. So I'm moving my hands here, but you can't see me. She is very zen. So it is a very calm, relaxing process that I think we're all going to fall in love with. So go and get signed up for that. You can find that on our website. Next up, I'm going to talk to you about a secret. Well, maybe it's not so much of a secret anymore. The communications are starting to get out there. I have been blessed to partner with a team of other stores. And in honor of our friend Sharon from Buffalo Stamps and Stuff, who passed away earlier this year from a heart attack, we are on a mission to create our own special day. So much like World Card Making Day, much like National Scrapbooking Day, we are proposing World Fussy Cutting Day. And we just had a presentation today to a whole bunch of potential partners. And I can't give away too many more details, but I want you to mark on your calendar with a great big heart, October 25th. That was Sharon's birthday, and we are going to have a ton of fun stuff planned for that day. So please do put a big heart around October 25th. Not only is that the Willow Wolf class, but it is also going to be what we hope is the first of many World Fussy Cutting Day celebrations to raise awareness for women's heart health.
And if you're wondering why fussy cutting, it was Sharon's passion. She loved to fussy cut. And that's
very good point. And that actually leads us to the first product in our Spellbinders basket here. So Brenda from Stamplicity, my good friend Brenda from Stamplicity, worked closely with Spellbinders, and in Sharon's honor, they designed this really adorable scissors die cut set. You're always in my heart. And the tears are going to come, but it is just, it's a tiny little set, but look at how darling those little scissors are. And I really think for me, the pièce de résistance, if I can bring out my awful French, is that the little holes for the scissors are heart-shaped. So you do get a little extra hearts that you can put in your project. But this is just a really special set that Brenda put together with Spellbinders in honor of Sharon, and a portion of the proceeds are going to go to the American Heart Association in Sharon's honor. So if you have been touched by heart disease, if you know someone in your life that has been touched by heart disease, please consider grabbing one of these sets. I know I set aside a pair, literally, for myself. And we can make some really beautiful creations with that. So and it's literally called Sharon's Scissors. And I think it's really touching for crafters in our community. All right, pull myself together, and we've got a real mixed bag here with Spellbinders. So maybe, let's start with Simon Hurley. We've got two adorable, absolutely adorable die sets for Halloween. I know Ellen has already picked this guy up. I'm sure she's going to pick this guy up as well, because who can resist that little cat with the hat? So adorable. So these are both die sets in the Simon Hurley Halloween collection, the Boo Crew and Bewitched. And just think of the fun backgrounds you can create for these guys. Oh, Darlene's looking.
Monster eyes.
I don't think we have the monster eyes anymore. And he can work all year round. So you know what? You could take him and you could put the bowler hat on him. Or, as you'll see later, there might be some other stuff that you might want to put on his head. Next up is a very unique collection from BB Cameron. We haven't seen much from BB lately, so I'm really excited, and this one's already been flying off the shelf. So it is musical instruments. We do have it as a bundle as well as individual elements. So if maybe you only want, say, this beautiful guitar. So this is the mini guitar with some beautiful flowers. It is about, I'm going to call it about 2 inches tall, give or take. But that would look at the beautiful sample artwork they've included on that. This one is mini musical instruments. So you've got your saxophone, your trumpet, your microphone, your violin, and a keyboard as well. Oh, there it is down at the bottom. Like, I didn't see that. It's because my fat fingers were in the way. And then there is the musical notes and stave pop-up. So this is an interactive die, which is very different for Spellbinders. But you've got your musical staff and all your notes and your clefs and that kind of thing. But this guy here, and I don't know if it's translating very well, it is a coil. So what you're going to do is you're going to die cut it out. All those little pieces are going to separate, and you can make this beautiful pop-up mechanism within your card. So you would tack one side down on the left, the other tail on the right, and then add whatever adornments you want. Did you pick this one up?
Yeah.
We're going to have to do a sample on this, or maybe a learning live. That would be really fun.
Well, anything music, right? It's hard to find.
Music is very few and far between. So when you see these guys you want to grab them. So that's
the next one's my favorite.
You got so that's the small bundle instruments as a bundle, those 3 dies, 3. And you can also buy them separately if you don't want all 3. And then we have a beautiful 3D embossing folder with all those music notes. So right as kids are going back to school, joining bands, I know my son Charlie was big in the cadet band, and I've got lots of memories that I need to document using music notes. This is simply called musical notes, and I think it'd be lots of fun. Okay, Next up, let's bring in some Christmas. Well, and it's special Christmas. So first and foremost, we are restocked on Steamboat Willie and Mrs. Willie, as we affectionately call her, because we don't know what her pre-mini name was. Steamboat Willie Duo. This gives you all the pieces to create Steamboat Willie or his special friend in all those different configurations. But now they can be dressed for the holidays. So this is the classic mouse Christmas embellishments. So you've got hats, you've got candy canes, you've got scarves, and so much. And you know what? I think I would go out on a limb and say that these hats might fit on that cat as well. So
or classic Pooh.
Yeah. So definitely don't think of it just as being Steamboat Willie. This can work for so many of your different critters. To go along with that, we have the classic mouse holiday wreath. I had trouble saying moose before. Now I'm having trouble saying mouse. And I've seen some really, really fun images where you've got Steamboat Willie kind of poking through the wreath and being the true character he is. So this is definitely one to add to your collection. Excuse me. Continuing on the Christmas theme. Yep, we'll go here. So for our Better Press friends, we've got a peppermint twist. You hopefully caught my learning live last week on Better Press, and boy, would this one be fun to either ink or foil, because Better Press plates hot foil beautifully. Lots of great options to create a super fun background, or you could cut it in strips, you could cut it in quarters, you could do rainbow ombre. The possibilities are limitless. So that is peppermint twist. And we have a Season Sparkles embossing folder. So look at those beautiful baubles. Look at the snowflakes that are hanging behind. Add a few gems. Add your Wink of Stella or your Nuvo shimmer brush. And oh my goodness, you could have a lot of fun with that background. And last but not least, in the, I'm going to call it the Christmas realm. I think this one's a little, oh no, this one's called Mary something or other. So not least, we've got a dino-sized holiday. This guy is an independent exclusive. Sorry, I'm having trouble with my voice tonight. You cannot get this from Spellbinders. You cannot get this from scrapbook.com. You cannot get this from Simon Says Stamp. You can only get this by supporting little independent stores like ours. And it is a darling little dinosaur with, look at that scarf that just wraps around and around and around. And he's carrying a little Christmas tree on the back. 'Tis the season to be prehistorically jolly. Have a roaring holiday. Send dino-sized warm wishes. So he is absolutely darling. And I think we have a limited supply of these guys. So they're going to go fast. I have to check. I don't think I got one for myself yet. So I may have to slide this over to this side.
But what I like about it is like limited colors though. Like, yes, it's quite easy.
Yep. You know, but you know what? You could do a purple dinosaur.
Yep. I won't say that.
We'll call him Barney.
I'm not gonna sing that.
But you know what? He also reminds me of Dino from the Flintstones.
Yes.
So if he's gonna be purple, we'll call him Dino. So go and get that dino-sized holiday. And then we're gonna finish off Spellbinders with another bundle. This one we have individually as well.
We do.
Darlene knows all the things. All the things. This is called the Merry, well, one of many reasons why we have Darlene. So the Merry Mischief Stamp and Die Bundle. So these are all, I believe they're all stamp and die bundles. So you get the die to make the critter, and then you get the stamp for your sentiment. So we have Cozy Waddles. Waddle I do without you this Christmas. Snow Glad we're friends. You're a true gift. And these guys have been flying as well. I think this guy is my favorite. This is Hedgehugs, sending hedgehugs and wintry wishes, skating by with Christmas magic, because, little skates, and wishing you frosty fun. Then we have Deck the Paws with the little Christmas tree costume for our puppy dog. And, oh, you know what? This is adorable, too. This is called Chimney Caper. And I saw on Pear Blossom Press's Instagram, they have a new little device that is good for slider cards. But what they did is, remember the dancing dudes? They turned this into a dancing dude. So he's in the chimney, but he wiggles back and forth. So we're going to have to get some of those little devices. But look at that adorable Santa and the chimney. May Santa's visit bring you holiday cheer, cozy wishes for a Merry Christmas, and delivering magic. Once again, you can get these as a bundle or individually if there's just one that keeps calling to you. Penguins, your sister likes penguins, right? So, you've got people that like the things. And if you're starting to feel festive, these are the guys to get. All right. I'm going to hand over to Darlene for basket number, I think we're on basket number 4.
4, I think so.
And we got 20 minutes left, so let's go quick.
So we have Hero Art, some staples like this nest infinity die. So it's like a nesting shape. So these are the scallop squares. I love how they always have like the tiniest one included in there. So this one has 8 pieces, so 8 different sizes. The biggest size here is 4x4 and the smallest size is 0.48. So pretty cool. And we love bringing staple stencils. So this is called the tile pattern. It joins now our cobblestone and our bricks. I find these are very versatile in our stash.
This is the stencil that I used a couple of weeks ago on my Learning Live with 49 and Market.
Yes, the beach one.
The beach one.
Because it has that like swimming pool type texture to it.
They look like sand dollars.
Yeah. So there's that. We also have, apples, because we always need apples. This is a bundle set. It has a die as well as a stencil. Here, let me show you the die. So the die cuts out the apple frame. So it has apples. It has some individual pairs if you want to put foam on it to 3D it, as well as the stencil. So the stencil colors it. And what I like is they always show you how many stencils there are and the layers. So you have the apples, you have the shadows of the apple, as well as the leaves. And then it gets darker. So all the elements to make your leaves look more 3-dimensional. So this is called Apple Frame Bundle. Oh, that was an easy one.
Yeah. And here's something you don't know.
Oh,
we're going to be doing that in our trade show next week.
Ooh.
So we'll actually get to play with it and have some fun samples to share with you.
Because you don't see much apples. It's always lemons, or I think we had a peach one, and
we've had oranges as well.
Well, yeah, but this is nice.
Well, and you know what? I think depending on what colors you do, if you want to make them into peaches, you could change the color on them.
Yeah. So, we love ink pads in our store. We love ink. We love ink. So why not bring another kind of ink? So we brought in Hero Arts. This is the intensified black. It's a tongue twister. It's an alcohol marker safe ink pad. We have the full size as well as the re-inker. And Sherry, you did talk about this, didn't you? I think in one of the, was it your Learning Live or something? You mentioned it, but anyways.
I might have. Yeah. It's just a nice crisp black. And if you love Hero Arts inks, then this is the one that you want to add to your stash.
Joining in on the speckle, the acrylic speckle, we have now brown. This one I haven't added to my pile yet. We have black and white, and this is now brown.
Okay. So the difference with that, the speckle is different than the splatter products. Splatter products are water-based. These are like acrylic paint, but they are designed for splattering techniques. They're just going to show up a little bit differently on your papers and be a little bit more opaque than the watercolor ones would be.
And this one, you don't need to add water to it. When I watched the video, you just put a little drop on something like an acrylic block or something slippery, and then pick it up with a brush. And there is instructions right over here, really, really small, but you don't need to add anything to it to use it.
So that brown would go really well with those Tim Holtz leaves. If you are creating a nice fall background, you don't want anything that's so intense like black, but you don't want white.
And I think Matt, when he was setting these up, there is a photo of this frame with this in the background. So take a look because I had to zoom in to see it. And look at the rainbow of colors. Aren't these pretty? So these are the hero hues. They are the core ink. Oh, we missed one here. So this one here is like all the pink shades. This one is there names for it? Yeah, this is called Pink's Core Ink. So these are the pinks. You have Peony, Cotton Candy, Ultra Pink, and Azalea. We have the reds here. This one's called the reds. Pale tomato, cherries, crimson, and cranberry. You can see I'm just seeing this for the first time. And then let's go into
a whole range of colors. So
these
there's actually 14 different sets. When I placed my order, there was one that was out of stock. And if you don't know if you looked at the rack, but that's why there's one empty hole
I did
on
see
the
that.
rack. So it will be coming as soon as it's available. But much like Pink Fresh, where people like the ombre set that makes choosing colors super easy, these Hero Arts ones work very much in the same way, that it gives you a light, two mediums, and a dark that you can use in your stenciling, use in your stamping, and just know that if it's in the same set, they work well together.
And they're felt pads too, right?
Yes, they are. They have a felt pad base. I believe they are they are water-based.
Yeah.
So you probably could watercolor with them lightly. They're not going to be you're not going to be as successful as those as with the reactive inks from Hero, but what a beautiful range of colors.
So here you can see the rainbow colors, and they have a little bit of a mix set. So you have a little bit of yellows, pinks, and oranges. Here you have a little bit of blues and purples. So even if you just want to do some color like sunset or the sunrise and sunset, you have these ones, but then assortment of colors, which I really like. So these are new to us. I get to play with these because why not add another brand? I love inks.
Who needs more ink? Oh, we do.
I love inks.
All right. And when you're crafting, when you are shopping, when you are doing all things related to PCW, you know what else you need? You need snacks. So we have restocked on some of our favorite flavors of Jelly Bellies, but we got some new stuff too. So if you are less of a fruity, more of a cookie kind of person, we have the M&M's mini cookies and the Snickers cookies. Now,
they're good.
Snickers obviously have peanuts in them. It does say may contain peanuts on both of them, so just be aware of that. I had a bag of these for a snack the other day. They're quite tasty.
They're crisp and thin. Like they're not.
They're a nice little snack. And then we've got some gummy snacks. So see if I can get them in the right order. Yep. These would make great stocking stuffers. So we have the gummy candy. So these are just fruit flavors. This one is your fruit snacks.
It's the sugar-free ones.
Oh, these ones are sugar. Oh, right there.
Oh,
so gluten-free.
Gluten-free. Sorry.
So if you have someone who has a gluten intolerance, then make sure you get the gluten-free. Oh, no, it's okay. No gluten and fat-free. Fat-free. It doesn't say calorie-free though, so that might be a problem. We've got the gummies, and then you've got your sour gummies. So if you are a sour person like I am, then you might want to get those sour gummies.
They do taste like Jell-O. My kids were very surprised.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, we did a test run.
And then we have the blue raspberry. So if you are not necessarily a mixed fruit person, but you like the blue raspberry, we have those in the regular gummies as well as the sour gummies. Now, I know it's dinner time or just about, so maybe candy wasn't the best thing to show you right now. But you know what? Stocking season is coming. So these are things that you can consider. And while we're taking a break from our regularly scheduled programming, then let's give one more announcement. So coming up in a week and a half, just a week and a half, we have our D-Stash sale. Such a popular event. We get lineups out the door before the doors open. We have more than 25 participants that are going to have tables with gently used crafting supplies, great prices. Our sellers are looking to de-stash. you might be looking for that older item that you haven't been able to find, or maybe you're just looking for something new yet affordable to add to your stash. So Saturday, September 3rd at the Stouffville Legion, 9 until 1 is our fall de-stash sale. Before anyone asks, we are looking at dates for 2026. I'm just waiting for the Legion to confirm those dates with me. But as soon as we know that information, we will make sure we share it with you. When you see registration for next year pop up, if you are even remotely considering it, snag your table fast. The last 2 de-stash sales we've had, we've sold out in less than 24 hours. So don't miss out on that. Of course, the store will be open from 10 until 4. And hey, what's this? We have a special guest. My friend Catherine has been cleaning out her storage, getting some things ready, got kits left over, event items left over. So she's going to come up and take residence in our next door unit and have her stuff spread out there. So come and see Catherine. Come and get some goodies from Scrapbook and Cards today, and just make it a bargain hunting day all around. So mark your calendar for Saturday, September 13th, 9 to 1 for the D-Stash, 10 to 2 for Catherine, and the store is open from 10 until 4. Okay. I think the next basket is yours, Darlene.
Okie dokie. And it's one of my favorites.
Hang with us. I know we are 8 minutes away from the top of the hour. You don't want to miss these, though. So we might go a little bit over, but if you have to go for dinner, don't be afraid to come back and see us on replay.
So just other things that we brought in. This is the Memory Box Heritage rectangle frames. I love how they have those diagonal stitch marks as well as the dotted. In this set comes, let's see, 6 rectangles. And the biggest size is an A2 size cards, A2 size panel, so 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And the littlest one here is 1.4 by 2.7. That's really little. That's a little piece right over here.
For a sentiment.
Yes, I love that faux stitching, diagonal stitching line. And then from Prism Studio, we have the stitch circles. So these also have little stitch marks. There is, let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 of them. Look how, and does it have sizes here? No, there one thing missing is the sizing of it. So the biggest size, let's take a quick ruler here. I'll just tell you it should fit. So it is less than 4. So it's 3 7/8. And the littlest circle here is, oh my goodness, that's 1 1/4-ish. Yeah. I can go into 16s if you guys want.
Yeah, no 16s.
So these are more nesting. We love nesting dies here. And if you watched, I'm sure he's learning live, you would have seen some of those. Well, not these particular ones, but other ones on how to use your nesting dies at home. And I had to beg to bring these in because I love Janet Klein. I love Googly Eyes. So we have All in Crate Halloween. We have this one here called Free Broom Rides. Look how cute she is. Look at the little cat. There's something about those googly eyes. Here's Miss D. This is called Zombie D. There's D, who's a zombie with the little bears. We haven't
had a new D in a while, so that's good.
Here is one called Moonlight Mischief. Look at that cat in the pumpkin. I don't know. There's something about them I really like. This is Mostly Harmless. They're a boy and a girl. One has fangs. One looks like a zombie there with the pigtails. Oh, look.
Those will be fun to watercolor, too.
Yes, I love what I was telling Matt. I took the Christmas ones on my vacation last week, and I just pre-stamped them, and then that way I can just watercolor whenever. But I love watercoloring. They're just much easier to watercolor. Here's another one called Brainy and Cute. Well, do you know why it's called Brainy? They're cute though, but look at the 2 front teeth there. Here's another D. This is called Channeling D. Out of body, out of patience. They're really funny though. She is funny. Hair rising and heart melting. This is called Frankie's Bride. I think they had Frankenstein a few releases ago, but here is his bride now. This one is called Fright Bites. So a little bat version. Look at that, the bat in the cup, the little treat bag, the ghost bag. I think this is the most popular. I think this is our last one. This is Gordy. the names they come up with. I wonder sometimes if it's Abs that comes up with these names or Janet that comes up with these names. But look at that. There is Gordy she's wearing a pumpkin outfit. The stack of pumpkins, really decent size. I love the size of these ones here. Another little girl called Too Cute Spook. Thought this reminded me of my daughter, Chelsea, with her pigtails. And Wee Witch. So these are the Halloween ones. Lots and lots of goodies. But of course, we also have Christmas. Ice Queen D. Look at that. That is Ice Queen D with the little snowman.
The seasons really are overlapping right now.
Yeah, and if Liana is watching, there is a little owl here too. I'm not cold. I'm just unbothered. Sorry, some of these are really funny. Here is Rain It In. The little reindeers in little winter outfits. Dearly Yours from our Herd to Yours, Rain in the Chaos. She's my favorite. This is Emily Ann's Sweet Season. Love the little baking sheet. She's really cute. With
That would
tree.
Be fun if you were doing a cookie exchange. Then you stamp that on your recipe card.
Oh, that would be cute. Here are the elf made. We have 2 little elves, a girl elf and a boy elf.
If he wasn't blonde, I'd say it was Tiny Matt, but Tiny Matt's not blonde.
We can always color it because it's really it's just
right.
the image.
That's right.
This one made Matt laugh because everything's moose. Mistletoe. Yeah, this one made him laugh. Our mooses are very popular this year.
It's not a hairy cow though.
No, yeah. We could make it hairy. Like someone could probably do it. Oh, this one's stuck here. This is called the North Pole. Some more elves. This one looks like Jingles because it has bells on it. North Pole. The staff here still wrapping, still lost. Elf employed. This is Little Light, so it's an angel. Peace on earth begins here. Shine bright, little light with the little dove. Here is Joyful Noise, so they're carolers. Look at that curly hair on this one here.
We should get the pear blossom lights to put in the little lamp.
Yes. The gingerbread, this one's called Candy Lane. So it's a little gingerbread house. I love these 2 gingerbread man and woman right there. And of course, we always need dogs and cats. This one is called Snuggle Spark and then Cat Miss Capers. It's a dog version with, they're funny looking though. And the cat, so there's these 2 over here. And last but not least, this one's called Candy Tinsel. You have Santa holding a Christmas tree and some presents, and then we have the Christmas tree. These are more detailed as you can see, but fun way to watercolor. With all Janet Klein stuff, I like to watercolor. It's just easy and relaxing.
Yeah, different look.
Yeah, so we
should do a head-to-head challenge some night with me doing markers and you doing watercolor.
Ooh, and the different looks.
There you go.
I like that. There you go.
Hey, that might be a good back to basics.
Would you guys like to see that? Let us know.
Yeah. Okay, we're finishing strong. We're finishing strong under the wire here. So first and foremost, we have these new items here from Katie Sue. They are a new product to us. What they're called peelables. And essentially what they are is they're little sentiments. I think a lot of them are designed to go inside your cart. And I know that's one of the top requests we get is inside sentiments. But what they are is they are pre-printed and they're basically stickers. So they're printed in like a vellum type paper. You peel it off and you put it inside your card. So you don't see the outlines. You don't see, that it's a sticker. All you get is the sentiment. So we've got Wonderful Days versus. So this is just kind of a mixed, both of them are actually just kind of a mixed sentiment. You're going to get a little bit of everything. I'm not going to try and read these sample ones. I'm sure Matt has put the sample sentiments up on the website, and if not, we can figure it out. But, may your special day be filled with laughter, surrounded by happiness, and blessed with love. May you have a wonderful day with lovely memories coming your way. Congratulations on your special day. Every magical moment as you both make your promise together. So they could be wedding sentiment. They could be anniversary. You could add your own stamp sentiment to go with it. That's Wonderful Days.
And there's a lot. There's
48 different ones in there. And then this one is a year of peelables. So it's got 72 individual self-adhesive peelable verses in birthday, mother and father, friendship and celebration, sympathy and get well, Easter, Valentine, and Christmas. So if you are starting to make your cards for 2026, this would be a fabulous, fabulous option for you to do inside sentiments for all your cards. So we've got some Christmas ones here. Just on this back page, but there, and then birthday on the front. So lots and lots of options across the board. This one was 48. This one is 70. So, you know, if you can't find a sentiment in here that works for you, I don't know that we can help you. So those are peelables. We have ordered a fully birthday set and a fully Christmas set as well. They just haven't come in yet. So stay tuned for those. And then finishing with some great Christmas. We have the Christmas Tree Farm Collection from Paper Rose. Look at that nutcracker. Look at the cardinal. Absolutely, this is my kind of Christmas. So we've got the main collection. We've got the basics collection, which just have some nice patterns and things to complement that. We have the 6x6 collection. We do have these in single sheets as well as the collection pack. And you know what? I would go for the collection pack, but that's just me. We've got the basics in the 6x6. Then we have the quick cards die cuts. So these ones are the punch out elements that you can add to your cards or your projects. We have the, oops, there's two here. There's two different. So tags and tickets embossed die cuts. These ones pop out. Embossed die cuts. These ones pop out. Look at those little guys. They are so darling. And then we have the cut aparts. So talking about World Fussy Cutting Day, get out your scissors. This would be perfect for World Fussy Cutting Day. All these fussy cutting sheets. What else have we got here? We've got the quick cards collection. So that gives you some paper as well as the die cuts. So this is extras.
Yeah, because there's extra paper in there. So this is great to have too if you want to make more.
Perfect. Then we have the card making kit. This one comes with your card bases and envelopes as well as some different papers. And that is it for Paper Rose. But you know what? Christmas is all about the bling. So I just want to finish off by saying we've got some new red and white. That was funny. Red and white glitter cardstock. This is the Coordinations from American Craft. And this is also what Deanna is using in one of her classes. So I know that they die cut beautifully. And we have been out of white sparkle for quite some time. So if you've been waiting for that, here it is in single sheet 12x12. And then we have restocked on the Lawn Fawn Pixie Dust, which is their version of sparkle paper. There's 5 sheets in this pack of 8.5x11. Whew,
that was a lot.
That was a lot, you know, but we got through 2 weeks worth of stuff in an hour. So not too shabby at all. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Let me center that here. Putting up with the tag team here of Darlene and Sherry. And let us know if you have any questions. We are here. We've got great classes. We've got events. Mark your date for the D-Stash sale. Start saving the date for World Fussy Cutting Day. And go have an incredible evening. Actually, let's always forget this part. Woo! There you go. Bye. Have a good night, everyone.